What's up, man? Just getting out the gym. And this is music for the 1%. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my first love was music. Deeply passionate about music. I don't care what genre it was. Salsa, bachata, merengue, rap, hip-hop, R&B, country. I don't care what it is. Blues. If it sounds good, I'm all ears. So I'm going to show you how deeply passionate and how sincere and intimate I am about my first passion. My first passion, I used to write rhymes. Rap, hip-hop, personally, was my music of choice. That just, it was a gift from God. So I like to give my gift back to God so he could give it to y'all. So I'm going to debunk a little verse. I'm not all of it, and only surface level deep. A little bit under the mantle. I'm not going to go that deep. This is music for the 1%. So I'm going to show you how timeless and how intentional I am when I write the verses. So there's a phrase that says, my music had been right, you was listening wrong. Somebody else said that quote. I forget who said that, who I'm quoting. But the kudos goes out to that person. But this is timeless. So this meaning that whatever I say it in a way that you can get the message. If not right now, probably 10 years later, you'll be like, it'll come at the right time, like, oh, that's what he was talking about. So that's what he was talking about. 10 years later, 2 minutes later, a month later, it doesn't matter, but you'll get it when you're ready for the message. So, but every music is like that. Music is like that. I'm not the only one. I'm just debunking it in real time. So, I'm only going surface level deep. I'm going to give you a few bars. Here it goes. My brother sent me a song, and he titled it Right Now. My brother's my brother. Titled it Right Now. So make sure that you keep this in mind. We're talking about time. Right now. That's the name of the song. So I made sure I'm talking about time the whole way through. Here it goes. I watch my every move. Here's my perception of time. With no residue. Everything's falling in line. So when I say, here's my perception of time. With no residue. Everything's falling in line. If you scroll through my videos, matter of fact, you see where I'm explaining how time is not really real. Of course it's real because we're in it. But time, the way you perceive time is very important. Because the way you perceive time is the way you build a relationship with time. If you was about to die, this is how deep, this is how you know time is not money. If I was to give you $1 million, or you say a magic word because you was about to die 2 hours later, which one you'll take? Of course, you'll say, I'll say the magic word to save my life. So deep down, subconsciously and unconsciously, time is more valuable than money. So there goes the message. I'm only going surface level deep. You guys do the rest. So I watch my every move. Here's my perception of time with no residue. So from start, if you watch my video that I'm telling you about, I explain from the emotion of feeling or intention, from that point to the result, it's the same point in time. The things in the middle is where you leave no residue. I don't know, I forgot the title of that video, but it's here somewhere. With no residue. Everything's falling in line. Mind my business. That's why I keep my business in mind. It's all clarity. I don't got to get it combined. So, it's all clarity. Mind my business. That's why I keep my business in mind. This is focus. It's all clarity. I don't got to get it combined. So some people fall for the illusion. of this reality. And it's good to understand the connections you got within your subconscious and unconscious, or internally, just plain and simple, internally, the connections internally with what's going on with your reality. Now, some people fall for the illusion, and they combine or associate the things externally and then internalize them, and then they react. So it's all clarity. I don't got to get it combined. I don't mix and match those things. I only mix and match and connect the dots within. And everything falls through. Everything will show itself. Everything will be revealed to you. It's all clarity. I don't got to get it combined. You see the clock? Talk about time here. See the clock? It's not about hands. See the clock? It's not about hands. It's about me being on the beach, counting sands. Now, see, when you look at the clock, you see the hands, right? Tick tock, tick tock. See, the 99% of people live their life in tick tock. This is relative, social, sharing social ideas, and sharing social and relative, what they call relative feelings and emotions and fears. This is what you call status quo. It's like you moving, you're panicking, or status quo, fears, and you share those values. This is called, like, what people call a matrix. 99% of people live like this, not following the agreements that they made with God, following the rules of others, following how others feel. Status quo. It's all clarity. I don't got to get it combined. You see the clock? It's not about hands. It's about me being on the beach, counting sands. Now, still talking about time here. Don't get lost. Let's not get lost. See, the clock is not about hands. Tick-tock. Status quo. Talking about time. It's about me being on the beach, counting sands. Thou is how they spoke in the old times. Thou shalt not fall for the belligerence of your insolence. See, or medieval times. Thou means me. Thou sands. Let's make it interesting. You ever heard, music. You ever heard Metallica? Enter Sandman is what it's called. See, the clock is not about hands. It's about me being on the beach, counting sands. I'm having a good time. Toes in the sand on the beach. But I'm counting sands, thousands. So, syllables, sands, right? You ever heard Metallica, Enter Sandman? Exit life, take my hand, we're off to Neverland. Enter Sandman, the Sandman. Sand symbolizes the passing of time. When something is left to itself, it gets deserted. It gets filled with sand, desert. The passing of time. Enter Sandman, Metallica, what he was referencing was Enter Sandman, the guy that puts you to sleep, throws that magic dust, the sand. Time, because it's an hourglass, tells time. That's how they used to tell time in the olden times, the golden times. So, the clock is not about hands. It's about me being on the beach, counting sands. Part the sea like Moses and buy out the land. Now, when you part the sea like Moses did, you expose the land. I should make something about, I should vlog about my real estate. I'm into real estate, but that's coming. So you guys, part the sea like Moses and buy out the land. Pull out the snub noses. Bullets fly out Shazam. Now, 38. This is like a 38 snub nose referencing the gun. Bullets fly out. Shazam. You see the flash of the gun, right? Shazam, there's a movie called Shazam. And there's this little boy, whenever he says his magic word, he turns into an adult superhero. I'm not referencing that movie. I'm referencing the movie with Sinbad. You know, the one that he said he didn't do, Shazam, he's a genie. It's a Nelson Mandela effect. It has to do with time. Some people perceive the time where it did exist and some don't. I'm referencing time. So, bullets fly out, Shazam. Yeah, I Sinbad. Now I'm going into what I said about Shazam. Yeah, I Sinbad because I'm good with the moon. Now, Sinbad, I'm about to go into an oxymoronic line because, yeah, I Sinbad because I'm good with the moon. I'm good with a nana ever since Fruit of the Loom. So, Sinbad, right? Now, sin was the... I'm only going surface level deep. Y'all do the rest. 1%, man. Music for the 1%. So, yeah, I Sinbad because I'm good with the moon. So, Sin was the original name of the moon. The moon. I know the moon. The moon is probably out somewhere around here. Yeah, I Sinbad because I'm good with the moon. So, Sin was the original name of the moon. Bad, I'm about to go into oxymoronic. I'm good with the moon. Good moon, sin bad. Same difference. It's just oxymoronic. Yeah, I sin bad because I'm good with the moon. I'm good with a nana. A nana? A nana. A nana is, I'll tell you this much. They call me Pineapple Bundy. Y'all seen it in my videos. I got shit on my wall. Pineapple Bundy. So, goes into my next line. And you know, pineapple has like a Fibonacci sequence. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's just another little clue. Yeah, look, I'm good with a nana ever since Fruit of the Loom. So, pineapple's a fruit. Remember Fruit of the Loom? Talking about the undies ever since Fruit of the Loom. So I'm talking about undies, little kid. But Fruit of the Loom is also a symbol of there's a symbol of a cornucopia. Some people remember that as Nelson Mandela with the cornucopia, whatever, that's time. But that's also referencing that a cornucopia symbolizes abundance. So ever since a little kid, ever since a little shorty, my mental, the way I perceive time was abundant. So, it's not running away from me. Ever since Fruit of the Loom, what a rush to be patient, Legion of Doom. Those guys that are people who like WWF, WWE now, wrestlers. Y'all remember the Legion of Doom tag team wrestlers? They used to have the spikes on their shoulders. Legion of Doom with their face painted, hawking animal. And one of the things that they used to say was, oh, what a rush. So what a rush to be patient. I'm still talking about time. When you're in a rush, the quickening. You're in a rush or you're patient. Talking about time. What a rush to be patient. Legion of Doom. Turn the shit to space goo. Then I get in the room. Now, I'm gonna end it right here, but goo is like mushy. Goo, mushy, gulpy, pulpy. And then space is room. So this is a mushroom. What a rush to be patient. Legion of Doom. Turn the shit to space goo. Then I get in the room. Slip right in. So, I'm only going surface level deep. This is music for the 1%. So this is timeless. Hopefully, but everybody does this. Like I said, every artist does this. It's a message for you, and that's why people love music. Intuitively. Because there's a message for everyone. But I'm just debunking mine in real time. So I'm going to say that short little thing, a couple bars for you. From the top. So you can get the whole thing. All right, y'all ready? I watch my every move. Here's my perception of time. With no residue. Everything's falling in line. Mind my business. That's why I keep my business in mind. It's all clarity. I don't gotta get in combined. You see the clock? It's not about hands. It's about me being on the beach, counting thou sands. Part the sea like Moses. And buy out the land, pull out the snub noses. Bullets fly out Shazam. Yeah, I sin bad, cause I'm good with the moon. I'm good with a nana. Ever since Fruit of the Loom. What a rush to be patient. Legion of Doom. Turn the shit to space goo. Then I get in the room. So I'm not giving you the whole verse, but that's it. But this is how much intention I got when I'm sitting down, you know, in the booth, when I'm sitting down writing. It's timeless. It's forever. So many like that. But like that quote said, my music have been right. You was listening wrong. So I'm not saying you, I'm just saying, I'm just quoting that. But yeah, man, that's how much love I got for it. It's forever. So it gets deeper. I should just debunk all my verses. Because I know this message landed well. And somebody's going to be able to use this. Somebody might comment, how can I get money from this? Let's go a little deeper. You'll see it. But yeah, man, I thought that'd be fun. Hopefully it was fun. Comment if you thought that was fun. Yeah, man, you already know, man. Let's keep it infinite.